Dale.
We will divide this video in 6 parts. By the end, you will see why backstroke is the easiest swimming stroke to learn and yet the most exhausting and difficult to master for a lot of people. The first part is a demonstration of me doing a 50 meters backstroke at full speed. The next part of the video is very important to learn to swim faster and to reduce the risk of getting injured. While in our swimming camps, the most common problem is pulling with straight arms. This is not only wrong, but dangerous for the shoulders. Try bending your elbow while swimming. This will help you swim in a smaller tube, which will reduce stress on the shoulder joints. Remember that for all of these problems, we have drills and exercises to help you fix them in the 5th section of this video. This is the second most common problem, the lack of rotation. In backstroke, you need to rotate a lot in order to have a better position to pull water with bigger muscles and to move faster. Make sure your head doesn't move though, or you'll be swimming in zigzag. Speaking of zigzag, the third most common problem is entering with your hands past the middle line of your body. This is very hard to correct, since it feels like you're entering with your hands correctly and you can't see them. But if you're swimming in zigzag or bumping into the lane lines, chances are you have this problem. If you're not moving very fast, it might be because your kick is stopping you instead of helping you. We have seen people actually move the wrong way while just kicking on their back. You need to make sure your knees are straight while going down and have a slight bend while going up. Try to keep a narrow kick like the one we talked about in our last video on freestyle. And very importantly, make sure your hips are straight and as close to the surface as possible. When you master the 4 points above, then you can focus on moving your arms and legs at the right time. When you pull with your right arm, your left leg must be kicking forward. You do 2 more little kicks to adjust and then kick forward with your right leg while your left arm is pulling. What if you have mastered all this and you want to swim faster? What if you want to break 30 seconds in the 50 meters? Learning backstroke is easy because you have your nose and mouth out of the water. So you can start learning to swim backstroke like this. Here at Skills and Talents, we call this bacon swimming. But going from this to this can be quite challenging. If you want to swim under 30 seconds, you need to do these 4 things right, besides swimming backstroke correctly. As you saw me do, you need to swim at least half of the 50 meters underwater, doing dolphin kicks. Don't worry, we will go over some exercises to help you swim underwater dolphin kicks on the next section. You'll also need to have a great breakout. You need a fast flip turn. You'll need a good backstroke start. Good dolphin kicks are actually faster than backstroke swimming. They require a lot of practice and core strength. But keep these 3 things in mind to make your journey easier. Use a nose plug or your upper lip to keep you from exhaling all your air and from water getting into your nose. Keep your big toes touching at all times, or almost touching at all times. If that is a problem, you can get a stretch band and wrap it around your ankles to practice. Kick forwards and backwards with almost the same intensity. Remember that in a race, it is allowed to do dolphin kicks for 15 meters after each turn and after the start. There is usually a different colored disc to help you identify where the 15 meters is. A good breakout is when you don't waste any time transitioning from underwaters to backstroke. Remember that when you do the first stroke, your arm must remain in the streamlined position. Keep in mind that to do a good breakout, you need to transition close to the surface and don't have to come up at a sharp angle. This flip turn is hard to get it right, because you need to know exactly how many strokes you do from the flags to before the turn. The rules allow for the last stroke to be freestyle stroke. Also, you may continue kicking if you're too far apart from the wall. Don't slow down before the turn. And push deep so you can do your dolphin kicks. The backstroke starts have been changing these last years. Now the FINA rules allow for a wedge that helps swimmers push higher and farther, essentially doing a backwards dive. The optimal initial position is slightly different for everyone, as you can see here, but nowadays everyone starts with almost their whole body outside of the water. This is faster because by being up like this, you only have to focus on pushing backwards and not up and back like before the wedge. Arch your back and try to enter with your whole body in a small circle. These 17 exercises are some of my favorite backstroke exercises that will help you swim faster, no matter what your level of swimming is. We will divide them in water drills and dryland exercises. The best exercise, in my opinion, to improve underwater dolphin kicks, besides doing dolphin kicks, is this one. Without using your arms or legs, rotate to be in a hollow rock position and then in a Superman position. This will work your whole core. Do that a few times to get a workout. There is another great core exercise. Try swinging while hanging from a bar. You'll use your back muscles here and front core muscles here. If that is too easy, try doing toes to bar. And you probably should not try this. Doing pull-ups is also a great way to exercise your pulling strength. To make it harder, try going slowly on the way down. Or you can hold it while you're up. Or if you want to go a little more extreme, try this. If you want to improve your backstroke start explosiveness, try this. To swim backstroke fast, you'll need to shoot your arms back quickly. So in land, try doing this with a stretch band. This is a cool exercise to practice that initial position of the backstroke start. I saw this idea on Instagram, but couldn't find the original author. To strengthen the core further, try passing a mat ball from your hands to your feet. To solve the straight arm problem, let's do this. Kick slowly and bend your elbow to do a super short stroke. Do that with both arms. To help you rotate more, let's kick fast and use your core and the kick to rotate your shoulders. To get a better idea of where your hands are, let's kick with one arm and the other one down while you're slightly tilted to one side. Putting a stretch band around your ankles is not only good to practice the dolphin kicks, but to practice the narrow kicks in backstroke. To get the strokes and the kicks right, do one stroke and one kick at a time. Then stop or glide for 3 seconds and continue with another stroke. You can also do the one arm backstroke with rotation, trying to keep your head still. To do great dolphin kicks, try practicing on the surface first. Then try doing 7 dolphin kicks after the push and try to get farther and farther each time. To practice the breakout, do around 6 to 7 dolphin kicks followed quickly by 3 fast strokes. Practicing the flip turns is straightforward. Just start from behind the flags and try to land in a good position to push off. The backstroke starts are a little trickier to practice if you don't have the wedge. Sometimes, when the edge of the pool is at the water level, you can practice by doing an illegal start by putting your toes above the edge. Just keep in mind that you cannot do this in a race. The reason this is an exhausting stroke is that to go fast, you need to do as many effective underwater dolphin kicks as possible, within the rules, because it's the fastest part of the stroke. That is tough, especially for your legs. So, if you want to become a great backstroker, make sure you build your legs' endurance as much as possible, and build your technique step by step. It's not hard to learn backstroke, it just requires hard work and watching this video again. I know I need to build more leg endurance since I couldn't break a minute in the 100 backstroke and my legs were burning.
Iba sufriendo contigo.